Curious about Dan Ferris's extreme value? Our review digs into his Mar-a-Lago Accord picks to see if the $999 advisory is legit. Worth it? Find out. Cutting through the financial noise. Let's face it, the stock market feels like a roller coaster these days. One day, gold's breaking records. The next, there's talk of a US recession. If you're wondering who to trust for investment advice, you're not alone. That's where Dan Ferris comes in, a guy who's been navigating markets longer than some of us have been investing. His newsletter, Extreme Value from Stansberry Research, claims to spot undervalued gems and shield your wealth when things get dicey. His latest pitch? Something called the Mar-a-Lago Accord, a supposed monetary shakeup that could tank the dollar by 40% in 2 years, with gold, silver, and uranium as your lifeboats. Sounds bold, right? But is Extreme Value the real deal, or just another hyped-up newsletter? At $999 a year, down from $2,500, you get Ferris's top picks, including a gold stock he says could soar if this accord plays out. I've spent hours digging into his claims, track record, and subscriber buzz to figure out if it's worth your cash. Spoiler. Ferris has a knack for calling big moves, but there's a catch or two. Grab a coffee and let's unpack whether Extreme Value lives up to the buzz, or if you're better off keeping your wallet closed. Meet Dan Ferris, the guy behind Extreme Value. Picture Dan Ferris as that friend who always seems to know when trouble's brewing. Based in Oregon, he's been dissecting markets for over 30 years, with a no-nonsense style that skips the crypto crazes or meme stock madness. He started Extreme Value back in 2002 to bring Wall Street-level insights to regular folks like you and me. His big idea? Buy rock-solid companies dirt cheap, think getting a $1 stock for 50 cents, and hold tight for steady gains without losing sleep. Ferris isn't just preaching to the choir. Over 190 financial pros from Morgan Stanley to Fidelity subscribe to his work, which says something about his clout. Porter Stansberry, who founded Stansberry Research, calls Extreme Value America's best newsletter bar none, and it snagged an A+ in Stansberry's 2024 rankings. What's got everyone hooked? Ferris's knack for sniffing out market traps before they spring, like his latest warning about a dollar meltdown. The Mar-a-Lago Accord scoop. Ferris's current obsession is the Mar-a-Lago Accord, named after Trump's Florida pad. He says it's a plan cooked up by Trump, his Treasury guy Scott Bessent, and economist Stephen Moran to fix a lopsided economy. The US dollar, Ferris argues, is too strong because it's the world's go-to currency. 88% of global transactions, half of all reserves. That strength kills US exports, shutters factories, and piles on a $36 trillion debt. The fix? Slash the dollar's value to juice trade, possibly by revaluing gold sky-high like $20,000 an ounce. Crazy? Maybe, but Ferris insists it's already in motion, and he's got a playbook to profit. What's Extreme Value all about? A newsletter for patient investors. Extreme Value is a monthly dive into Ferris's brain, delivered straight to your inbox by Stansberry Research, a heavyweight in independent financial publishing. It's not about chasing hot stocks, it's about finding fortress companies with fat cash flows, bulletproof margins, and prices so low, they're practically a steal. Think of it as a guide to building wealth slowly, without betting the farm on the next Tesla. For $999, a steal from the usual $2,500, you get a year of Ferris's picks, plus instant access to his model portfolio and 3 hot reports tied to this Mar-a-Lago Accord. The #1 gold stock. Pick. A company cashing in on gold without digging it up. Ferris says it could turn a $1 gold spike into $4 in your pocket. Silver's big moment. A stock to ride silver's rise, with a tax perk to boot. Check with your CPA though. Uranium's comeback. 2 stocks betting on America's push for nuclear power. Oh, and there's a bonus, a mystery strategy worth $2,499 thrown in free. All told, you're getting $4,999 of research for under $1,000. If you're not sold after 30 days, you can swap your payment for credit toward other Stansberry stuff. No cash back, mind you, which is pretty standard for these deals. Once you're in, expect monthly updates, trade alerts when Ferris spots a deal, and a deep dive into why each stock's a winner. It's not just buy this, it's a lesson in thinking like a value investor. While the Accord pitch is a big picture splash, Ferris usually sticks to picking companies, not predicting global shifts. It's a mix of steady advice with a side of heads up, things might get wild. What's great about its solid history? Ferris's calls on Lehman and market tops show he's not guessing. Smart strategy, buying cheap strong companies is a recipe for sleeping well at night. Pro fans. When Fidelity suits read your stuff, you're doing something right. Big if on the Accord, it's a theory, not a fact. Could be a letdown if Trump's team doesn't follow through. No cash refunds. Credit's fine, but some folks want their money back. Pricey for some $999 isn't chump change, even if it's discounted. Free sites like Seeking Alpha give you raw data, but Ferris curates it with a pro's eye. Hedge funds? Dalio's crew asks for millions up front. Extreme Value is a steal by comparison. Other Stansberry letters cover wider ground, but Ferris zeroes in on value, which suits cautious types. Extreme Value clicks if you love slow and steady wealth over crypto gambles. Think gold and silver are set to shine as the dollar wobbles. Bet America's factories will lean on nuclear power. Can move fast on Ferris's tips before prices climb, and want to lock in retirement savings against inflation. Pass if you roll your eyes at big predictions like the Accord. Can't swing $999 without blinking. Trade for quick bucks, not years-long wins, or get jittery thinking about gold's ups and downs. Worth the $999? My take. The good and the bad. I'll level with you. Extreme Value checks out. Ferris has the receipts, years of killer calls and happy readers who've banked serious cash. His gold stock, a royalty player with a 50-fold run in the past, sounds like a smart hedge if the dollar dives. Silver and uranium round out a plan that's not just chasing one trend. At $999 for $4,999 worth of goodies, it's cheaper than a Wall Street advisor who'd laugh at your small portfolio. The 30-day trial's a nice safety net too. But don't kid yourself, this isn't a sure thing. The Mar-a-Lago Accord is a hunch, not a White House press release. If it flops, you're banking on gold's glow and uranium's crunch, which aren't guaranteed either. $999 might sting if you're stretched thin, and the no refunded cash rule could annoy. Plus, markets don't care about your feelings. Gold could dip before it pops. What I'd do. If I were you and had the cash, I'd give Extreme Value a spin. Ferris's track record is legit, and his picks line up with real trends. Gold's hot, silver's tight, nuclear's growing. That gold stock alone could be a game changer if prices hit even half of Rickard's $27,000 dream. You've got 30 days to snoop around. If it's not your vibe, you swap for another Stansberry service. Just don't dive in blind. Talk to a financial planner, size up your risk, and keep some cash on the sidelines. Ferris says jump by April 30th, tying it to Trump's 100th day. Could be a marketing trick, but gold's climbing and silver's scarce now. Waiting might mean paying more later, or missing the boat. Conclusion, time to decide. Look, the market's a wild place, and Dan Ferris's Extreme Value is like a seasoned guide pointing out paths others miss. His Mar-a-Lago Accord warning might sound like a Hollywood plot, but it's grounded in enough truth. Dollar struggles, gold's rally, energy shifts, to make you listen. With a history of nailing crashes and picking winners, Ferris isn't some fly-by-night guru. For $999, you're getting a front-row seat to his brain, plus picks that could guard your savings and maybe make you a bundle. Is it for you? If you're ready to bet on gold, silver, and uranium and trust a guy who's been right more than wrong, it's a solid move. But it's your call. Nobody's forcing you. Markets reward those who act, not those who dither. Want in? Hit here to grab Ferris's reports and start exploring. Whatever you choose, here's to making your money work smarter.